Hi everyone, it's Lee here and welcome to this week's coaching video. So in this video, I want to take a look at identity and how mastering your identity can be the key to your success. So I want to take a look at this post first that I've got on my website called Master Your Identity. And the concept behind it is to understand yourself better. And what I mean by that is understanding these different selves. So I talk about them here. I just want to touch on this around your self-image, self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-belief, your self-concept, and also self-actualization. So head on over to this page to read a bit more about it. It's leashby.coach/master your identity. I'll put the link in the description. But the concept is, by understanding yourself, you can actually operate more consistently. You know which direction you're going in, and you've got the confidence and stability to get there and achieve those goals. And on the flip side, if you are not strong in your sense of identity, you don't know which way to go. You might end up going around in circles or have an inner conflict with where you're going or what you should be doing, what you feel you should be doing, that kind of thing. Maybe doing things that other people want you to do and not what you truly desire. So in part of all of this, I have a presentation, which is this one here. And I've workshopped this with some other coaches inside of our training group, Arcology. And we've worked out that it's basically a really good tool to help establish your identity and remind you of your identity, especially if you're going through a period of change or transitioning to a new role or a new phase in your life, and you want to have that centered stability, centered idea of identity, so you can grow in the right direction that you want to go in and not be questioning yourself all the time. You can push forward with authority and confidence and determination. It's a big one, and the workshop was really interesting. Anyway, I just want to touch base this week over this tool, just so you can start to think about your identity yourself. And if you want to run through this in a session with me, then by all means reach out. So the components of this tool, this identity tool, we start with a summary page, which really looks at who you are. And what we're trying to do here is not label ourselves with limiting beliefs or limiting labels. So you'll notice all of these things are essentially unlimited statements that are encouraging and help center my identity and embrace my identity. And I can use this tool at any time. So this is my own one. This is for me. You would obviously have a template created for yourself in your unique identity. So you can see there I've got things around what I'm doing, where my skills are, the type of person I am, my values, and just sort of summarizing all the key components that are in this template. I then touch on strengths, and so they're obviously related to my roles, what do I enjoy doing, what I'm just naturally good at or trained in that have just been a theme throughout my whole life, and some of them are new things and interesting ways of working with people, and also some comedy and silliness as well, so we don't take ourselves too seriously all the time. I've also got a slide on what I want. So this is all the future direction, the vision part of things, and this really helps stabilize the direction where I'm going and not get distracted by other things. So again, this draws on my values, my vision, what I'm really after, the strengths that we just looked at, and tapping them into a plan and a goal and a direction, and starting to think about the why and my purpose as well, and what I really want out of life, and what I want my purpose to be, and how I can help others and serve others. This slide here, we dive deep onto my values, and we can actually start to think about our behaviors behind some of these values as well. So I like to have a moving towards list, but in the workshop that we talked about, it's really about the behaviors behind these moving towards values to actually start to live out and achieve some of these things, no matter what the level that you're at. So some interesting stuff there. Another thing to think about with sharpening your identity, or making a vivid identity, as I like to call it, is by modeling the people that you are inspired by in your life, that have great values, are going places, or have a certain personality or character traits, things about their identity that you like. So I've just listed some off the top of my head that sort of stood out for me. And then we tap into those images that I was talking about before, like I've got listed on my website. So the self-image, for example. So this is all about the vision of yourself inside your mind. And again, you want words and tags and concepts that aren't limiting by nature. So all of these words I've thought over to be unlimited. So for example there, fit, confidence, smiling, they're all unlimited things. So just how I look, how I dress, how I'm feeling, where I am, what I'm doing, and what I'm saying, all these components go into shape up my self-image. And this is really the first level, if you like, to build self-esteem. So where do I source my self-esteem from? And we're talking about intrinsic self-esteem here. So not a glossy magazine or a picture of a car or something that inspires me, but the source of strength within me. So doing some work on myself. This has taken quite a long time to get to these points. Sometimes, months and months of work and different workbooks to really unpack all of this kind of thing. Again, drawing on my values. But at the end of the day, I've listed 10 things here that I source my self-esteem from. So it's about having the outcome from the effort that I put in, and the feedback from others, that continuous improvement, that all brings about a sense of satisfaction and happiness and achievement for me. So everyone will be different, but these are my things. And you can see there, it's around adventure, relationship, working with others, talking with experts in the field, becoming an expert in my field, and also having a big picture snapshot of life as well. Empowering beliefs. Where do these come from? So again, I've got 10 things here that are all unlimited to empower me. So what you might want to start thinking about is what empowering beliefs that you can draw on, that you can remind yourself of on a daily basis to counteract any negative thoughts or negative beliefs you might have of yourself and need to let go of. All around identity. So these ones are unlimited, and I love these. I can do whatever I set my mind to. Fantastic. I have all the resources I need at my fingertips. These are true. I am more than smart enough and capable enough to fulfill my goals and become who I envision. So unlimited statements that are all supporting my direction and where I want to go. So creating one of these for yourself, I think, is very empowering and perfect for solopreneurs, people changing their careers and life direction, and people that just want that stability. So rather than being up and down with emotions all the time, they can find a stable place of growth and can just continue on piece after piece, day after day, to start achieving their goals and growing their business or growing their career in the right direction. So this again looks at, next slide looks at the future focus, and you can start to use some of these statements basically as affirmations. So again, specifically useful as you're going through a period of change. So you can preface these with I am in front of them. So I am a professional coach. I am a knowledgeable and wise mentor. I am confident, fit, healthy, in mind and body. So really powerful statements that shape my identity and center my identity and actually empower me to take the next steps and continue the next steps day after day in becoming who I am, who I want to be, and doing what I want to do, and knowing the steps to take to get there. So it's really empowering stuff, and it really just opens your mind to the ultimate possibilities that are out there, and not being limited by labels or beliefs or anything else that may be holding you back from the past. So I hope that's been helpful for you. So I'll put the links down below. Check out those 2 resources and get started on unpacking your identity. And if you need any help, be sure to get in touch. But I think this area will be a big help for people that are really going through change and are struggling with finding their right direction. So I hope that's been a help, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.